So these things are policed by including a void list of bad actors. This is our blacklist. Every individual participant user on the KEG, and that's how you communicate peer-to-peer. You follow somebody else. It's just like having Napster, but being able to add a blacklist with Napster that says, hey, I know for a fact that this person over here really sucks. And so that user is going to, whether they know who you actually are or not, they're going to come to trust certain people, and trust is king on the KEG exchange. Because when you're on the KEGnet, when you're exchanging a KEG with someone, if someone violates your trust, you add them to the avoid list. And so it's the bane of your existence to be added to the avoid list. Are people going to be popping new KEGs up all the time? Sure. Why do you care though? There's no search engine index happening. You don't care for crap showing up because you've explicitly opted in to find people that you want to follow, just like with Twitter or Stack Exchange or Reddit or anything. The difference is you get to pick. So you just have to take a bunch of random idiots upvotes. You can pick the idiots that you want to follow, like me or whoever. And then you can follow those people. And if they violate your trust in some way, you're like, you know, I'd really not like to hear them. Or maybe somebody unfortunately has mixed politics with tech in their KEG because they're too lazy. They don't want to have two separate KEGs. That's fine. You just say, hey, look, I only want to follow these nodes. And so you create a nodes list inside of your follow list, and then only those nodes get cached. And if there's anything new in there, you can see the new ones as they get cached all the time. So you can see, so the system is constantly policing itself, and every content creator is constantly motivated to do the best possible thing to promote trust. The best possible thing to promote trust. Well, there's no categories, but you can select by tag if you wish as well. So we'll never add anything close to categories to this because categories are always wrong and they force you to move things around. And so we're going to keep the organization flat. That's going to be controversial, but we're going to keep the organization flat. And if you need more than that, put it in a different pod. That'll be your separate category, or you can put tags. So if you truly think you need a different category, you probably need another pod, right? So if you want a category for physical fitness and you want a category for religion, you probably want to make a separate pod. And here's what's interesting with that. It usually always goes with your Twitter persona as well. So maybe you want a tech persona and you want, you know, this other persona of art and all that, or you want a different Twitch stream or something like that. Good chance you want a separate KEG for each of those because people are going to want to subscribe to you. The real key here is that unlike Wikipedia or any of these other mediums, the KEG participants are really, really internally motivated, particularly if they're getting money off of it. Some of them will, right? Some of them, how are they making money? They're getting paid on Patreon. They're on GitHub. Some of them will be sponsoring their pods on GitHub, and just like software. So people can sponsor them on GitHub to pay for their knowledge source content instead of their software. And they can pay for the pods that they want. So the content creators are financially and ethically motivated to provide great content and to not upset their users. Now, in some sense, that's a bad thing because they might say things to pander, but that's always a problem in any medium. And the people who are really clearly pandering to Star Wars fans or whatever, they're going to have a certain huge following, and then they're going to have other people that are going to be very much against them. And that's actually a good thing because maybe you're the one who doesn't like, you agree with, you know, Robot Head, for example, about the people that you trust them to know the people who are pandering and the grifters versus the actual people. And so I don't have to do all the research. I can trust Robot Head and follow who Robot Head follows and vice versa. That's the magic of the web, original web. And that is the magic of peer-to-peer networking. That is the basis. That is a fundamental ethical basis for the appeal of Web3, which is, you know, got all that crap related to you know, Bitcoin and crypto in there. But you don't need that. What you really need is the diversity of thought and, as you say, and the exchange of information and the ability to get to that information quickly, to search it quickly, whether it's yours or others, and then also be able to produce information while you're still working a 60-hour work week. And so that is the you know, the goal and mission of KEG, and that is why I'm spending so much of my own time doing this. I want it fundamentally. And I also want to be able to produce a book. I want to be able to literally type a command or push a button and send out an EPUB on Amazon. And now my KEG is now a book. And now I make actual money for it from people who don't know anything about what KEG is. And anybody who absolutely knows about KEG, they can follow it, they can get it for free. But if they want my book, there it is. I literally generated a book in one command. We're very clearly, and that's the clear goal here. And it's very possible that that is going to be something by the end of the year I'll be able to do. And this is all motivated, again, by my production of my own books, which I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've always put them off because the authoring of a book is a very software-like action. Sometimes you want to make a guidebook that has a minimal set of a larger book. Sometimes you want to have a book that has the same exact sections in it. So you're teaching Python and you're also teaching Go, but you know the general discussion of loops is the same in both, right? And yeah, I wanted, that's where this all came from, by the way, back in 2016. I wanted to be able to do that for my own materials, and I couldn't do that because the way that knowledge is managed is not granular enough such that aggregation and composition work in that manner. And so that has been the reason I've been obsessed with it all this time. So, I mean, try that with Wikipedia, right? Forget it.